Hi Scorpio, I'm Anisha. You can write to me at tarotbyanisha@gmail.com. And this is your monthly forecast for August 2012. Scorpios, we start the month with a lovely Venus transit that is happening in your ninth house. Now, this indicates that you would be more flexible to ideas, you would be more flexible to feedback. This trend seems to have started till about mid of last month, and wherein that there was not a trend, but really a pattern of you assuming things as far as your closest relationship is concerned, and not being able to find solution onto it. This month would see you, rather the mid of last month would see you exploring more ideas, newer solutions to older problems is how I would put it. So a lot of you are going to be readdressing old issues. A lot of you are going to be I think also finally acknowledging that something is really not drastically wrong, but something is really not right about your closest relationship, or has not been right since quite some time. And this is also going to sort of put you in quite a in quite a sensitive spot. You will be feeling ultra sensitive, but try not to assume the worst, Scorpions, and try not to write somebody else's script for them. So while there are things that are going on around you, there are things that are maybe happening beneath the surface of what you see, and some of it which intuitively you may be right about, but there would be lots also be going on which may not be really true, and it could be something that you're just sitting and assuming and thinking the worst of. So I would say just let people come up to you and tell you exactly how it is things are, or what it is that they really think, rather than you sitting and assuming the worst and then reacting with it. This is also a time when Mars is going to be joining Saturn in your 12th house, which is the house of spirituality, compassion, and it really speaks about behind the scenes activities. So it seems that some problems, and especially, like I said, it speaks of a closest relationship, or could be a challenging relationship which has been there for quite some time, and now it is just coming more onto surface, or it has surfaced. And since Mars has come into um, the 12th house, which is really a house of contemplation, and it is not really an active house, it could happen that there could be some volatile reaction from your side. You could just sort of the intensity of the way that you react could take people around you by surprise. They are either not used to being so intense about things in general, or they didn't expect the reaction to be so strong. And I think this is also going to be for some of you not a make or a break month really, but I think it is a lot of you are really going to be accepting the fact that a certain aspect of your relationship can never be the same as to what it was earlier. And and for some of you, yes, you will sort of move on ahead with it, and you will just sort of decide not to do much with the relationship. While on the other hand, where there are deeper commitments, and there are it's a marriage per se, really. It's a committed traditional relationship, wherein that you would find that it would be very hard to sort of accept the fact and know that it is something that you want to live with. It is not that you are seeking a break, Scorpions. Mars joining Saturn in your 12th house is also going to be activating your subconscious mind. It is going to be connecting you more deeply onto your spiritual aspects. A lot of you are going to be, rather than depending on your friends, are going to be reaching out to yourself deep within for answers. And I think a lot of you have had those answers for a very long time, but just the acceptance of it has, it's taken you a long time to accept the fact that of what really the situation is. It's been really of a reality check. Now, people at higher places and higher positions, be it friends or be it professionals that you're dealing with, are going to be of tremendous help to you. So it's a great time to be asking for favors, Scorpions. If you've been wanting to pull some strings or get some strings pulled, it's a great time for you to be picking up the phone and fixing your appointments and doing those presentations at this point of time. Also, you will come across some friends, some colleagues from the past. It could be that you have not been in touch with them for a long time and you would just sort of bump into them, or it could also be a reunion of a sort. And you will catch yourself saying this phrase often this month: oh, guess whom I bumped into. So it's something also interesting. Also, a lot of you are going to be looking at past pattern of your relationship. I think there is a lot of looking at the past or looking over your shoulder kind of a sense this month as to how it is that your relationship started. How is it that it was to where it is now? I think for some of you, where things have been very challenging for quite some time, you could also the gaps in the relationship, will become more glaringly clear now. And as you tend to sort of look over your shoulder, you'll just become acutely aware of the things that need to be sorted, things that need to be addressed, so to speak. I think it is also a great time for healing. We have a full moon again on the 2nd, and we have a new moon which is there on the 17th. And moon, in any case, she's a very, very emotional planet, and it tends to bring out on the surface feelings that we may not want to discuss, or a darker or a shadowy side. And it being a Scorpio, you being a Scorpio sign, it's a water and a moon, so it's more of a there's a lot of a deeper connect over there. So this month, in any case, you are going to be feeling quite emotionally fragile. You're going to be feeling quite vulnerable emotionally, and you could be prone to crying bouts, or you could feel either victimized, or just a sense of that life is so unfair kind of a thing, Scorpios. And when Scorpios feel anything, it is all intensity, or it is nothing at all. But it is also just a phase, Scorpios. I think it's just a space where all of you are evolving. You're looking at things with a different perspective, and this is universe's way of pushing you to change. That is why pain is really applied in our lives most of the time, is when we just refuse to accept, not just accept change, but also, I think, implement change in our lives. And that is I think one of the most painful things for a lot of us is that we just don't want to change. So it is just a part of growing up, Scorpions. It's just a part of maybe understanding that there is just not one way that you can love people, or there is just not a particular way that you can define a relationship or a commitment into. So this month is going to be sort of an awakening of a sort. And as far as I think the deeper emotions and the intensity of it is concerned, I would say that just surrender to it and try and listen more to your intuition this month. You are going to be quite intuitive. Try not to be in a hurry to sort of shut your mind, or even shut your voice from inside, which would want to guide you. So just go with the flow, be a bit easy on yourself and try not to sort of put a structure or a process to your thought process. They could also be some temper tantrums, so like I'm saying that there's a full moon and there's a new moon this month. And in any case, for some of you, the relationship sector has been a bit challenged since about some time, about I would say a quarter of a year now more. So it is just better to sort of stay calm, and don't get into analyzing and over analyzing and getting caught in somebody else's script and trying to assume the worst and thinking that, oh, it is everybody's out to get you, or it was meant for you, or even take slights when none are intended. So try and be a bit, I would say, detached this month, Scorpios. Try to disengage a bit. Try and do some meditation. Try and seek out calm spots. Try and go for long walks. Nurture yourself. Pamper yourself. Take care of yourself. Take care of your soul within. Do things that really make you happy, and you're worrying and you're stressing and you're over analyzing and thinking of the worst is not really going to be sorting things out. So do what you're supposed to be doing. Do something to the best of your ability, and just let it go beyond a point. So overall, a good month for you, Scorpios. Keep your calm this month, and intense emotions as well. I'll see you again in September, and thank you so much for watching.